Hello everybody, it's Joe from JLW Games Catch with another cool video. We're back in the low budget park, with a lot of budget now, of course. It's been like that for a little bit of time now, so hopefully that doesn't mean we're gonna end the series soon or anything. But anyways, when we left off, we built the layout and a little bit started a little bit on the station and storage building or storage bay buildings for this new Mach family launch coaster. So very exciting to get this area up and going. Ever since we've worked on Hammer Swing here, I've been really happy with how everything's been turning out. I do see a lot of vomit out over here, so we might actually need to get a janitor on the scene over here, and let's take a look at our janitors because we are managing stuff as well, so we need to make sure we're managing stuff. So let's go ahead and head to our janitors. He's just free roaming, so we're going to hire a new one, and actually we're going to hire two, and we're going to create a new work roster for these guys. That way they have, we're going to create a new work roster with this one, and this one, and this one. Basically, so they're on this side of the park, and just do, oh, what do we want to call this? We'll just call it Firebird work roster. So, and then we'll go to our janitor here. Oh, we have 3 janitors apparently. Oh, well, I'm dumb. I just hired 2 of them. Of course we have 3 janitors. All right, we're gonna go Firebird, Firebird. The other one can remain free roaming. We're actually going to go ahead and train them a little bit. We probably should have some sort of staff building over here too that they can go, that they're able to get to. That would actually be optimal. Very nice for them to have. So I think actually we're going to go here into this building, and we're going to add a quick staff building just for them because we can afford it. So there we go, and that actually connects the pathway in there as well, so that actually will be very nice. If we go to the staff building here, we can have 3, and let's give it a perk of recover energy slightly faster. Let's go rec room. Sure, that'll be good. And on the Firebird staff build, or on the Firebird work roster, we're going to go ahead and add that building as well, so they have a staff building that they can rest at. So there we go. Very good. Very good. So that's taken care of, and now they should be getting that puke all cleaned up, which is good. They're doing a great job. Great job. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and continue on with our journey here of working on this station, and we're gonna go from there. So let's go ahead and get a floor in here. Let's just go ahead and use the concrete. Why not? I use this for everything. You can recolor it so you can make it look slightly different from everything, which is perfectly great. Just great. Everything's just perfect and great. All right. So we're going to go ahead and we need to have it around right here. I think we're just going to use the gray color for this time around, and we're actually going to build it all the way up to here, and we're going to do some custom pieces here. So let's go ahead and finish this side of the station right here. Get all our custom, everything's custom. We'll go to about right there. We'll switch to just this one, and we're going to stay consistent by having it all the same right there. All right, so now we can go to the other side, do the same thing. So we're ready to go. Over here. So we get our exit side of the station nice and tidy. Just like so. You can see we have a little bit going off there, but that's okay. And then for the edge pieces here, we're going to get a I think we're going to go with a wood piece. Let's go with the haunted house pillar. And I want to make it a kind of a white color. Just going off of here. We're going to go ahead and add it to both sides so we can actually just go in and go down the line here. This gives us a different kind of, just gives us a little bit of variety in our stations. That way, when you look at the station, you're not automatically going to go, oh, that's a Planet Coaster station. I know that. That's the kind of the point here. We're trying to get away from that a little bit and do our own thing. So let's go to toolkit items and see what kind of wall pieces we have in toolkit items. I want to do something different here. So we have a corrugated wall. We also have wall, plaster wall. These are all freeform pieces, and that's what I was hoping for. Because basically what we're trying to do here is I am going to try and make a nice little operator's booth here. Tiled, so that one's actually gridded on the grid. I just wanted to see what our options are. Something that was not potentially in game. I wanted to do something maybe, see if maybe we could do something outside of the game, like ThemeMaker's Toolkit items that we can actually recolor. So what we're going to do is create a little operator's booth here out of these pieces. Brilliant. Do these textures fight at all? Not really too bad. We can have like a small booth. It's not going to be a big booth. It's going to be pretty small. Then we're going to go with a cabinet. That can go right here. Very, very nice. Just for our operator there. We're going to go and get them a stool piece here as well. I like using this bar stool. Get kind of a dark gray for our operator. Very, very nice. And then we're gonna get a column piece of some sorts, just something to cover these up a bit. This might be a little bit too thick. We might use just a regular wood piece for this. So, and we're gonna recolor it to a gray color. And we don't want fighting textures, so let's go ahead and take care of that. Then we'll make put these on the corners as well. Gives it that little, kind of gives it that booth feel. And we'll put it on this side. I don't know if you can fit it across both sides, probably not. Actually, we can. See if we can do that over here too. If you do it just right, you can have it show up on both sides. Sweet. And all we got to do is do this side here, and boom, we got a nice little op booth. Very, very simple little op booth, but it is an op booth nonetheless. And let's go ahead and get our chain link. I like to put a little chain link here, so guests can't just walk into the booth. Oops. Kind of a no-fly zone. Can't go in there. Perfect. Nice little operator's booth for the ride, which is nice. And now we can try and create a fence. I'm gonna go with a fence piece here to go across. What does this fence look like? That's more of a perimeter fence, which actually I like, so I'm going to go ahead and place this. And we're going to use this fence for down here. We might move it, but we're gonna use that for down there. I like that fence. Barrier. Is that supposed to look like blood on it? We're not going for that look. This is a family ride. Alright. Bamboo fence. Okay. Trying to just see all our different options that we have here, and we can create our own neat little fence as well. See if we can get some nice colors onto this, and then we might add on to it as well. Nothing is for sure here. We're trying some stuff out, and then I could go in and maybe put a wooden top piece on it, maybe the haunted pillar. That has a gray color to it. Put it on a little bit of the bottom. So I think it looks nice on the bottom, and then we'll also put it on top. Then we have this at our disposal that we can use. So let's say if I try to put it there, we'll try and avoid fighting textures by moving around a little bit here. If possible, do the same over here. Okay. And I kind of want to use this maybe around the whole entire station. We'll give it a go here. The idea is to create unique fences, and like that way each area has its own personality and you're not reusing the same assets over and over. That's kind of what I'm very guilty of doing myself, so I'm trying to let everything have some of its own character in every spot in each area. So each area we're trying to create some new kind of styles and make everything look like, give it its own personality, I guess you could say. Everything's gonna have its own style. So I'll do different fences in different areas and rides and such, so that way this will look much different from, say, the dive coaster station and any other stations, you know. Now this is going to be tricky because, like, we're probably going to change our style going down the stairs here. We'll probably do like different handrails and stuff. This will just be exclusive for the station itself, you could say. So we need a fence coming down here for this part of the queue. I think this is looking pretty good though. Like, I like the looks of it quite a bit. Looks kind of different. It'll be nice. We do need to build this at least up to the catwalk. So that looks good. All right. So we got fencing up around the ride. We got custom concrete on there. Everything's kind of looking pretty good. Might add this coming out on the side as well. And we could always attempt to do a piece piece here, like a slanted piece, but I don't know how well it's going to turn out. Can try. Actually, might work pretty good if we get the angle right. You just got this section to worry about, basically. And then you have to do it this way, because it can be a pain in the butt sometimes, but that works for the exit ramp. And then all we have to do now is expand this up, expand it this way, basically connect the two. So they latch up there. And you can put another board in there if you want to, but let's go ahead and try it over here. We're gonna give it a try, an effort, you could say. I wish it would snap to the same angle as this, but can't be too picky, I guess. All right, made there. We're gonna put one more piece. They're gonna have to blend into each other, but we don't really have any other choice there. Go right there. And we are gonna go ahead and copy it to the other side as well. See, I wasn't originally gonna do this, but we did. We had to, basically. We didn't have to. We still could have done something, but... Now we do have to do something for those corners a little bit, probably, but this corner's probably fine, but those ones are gonna need some work, you could say. We'll see how it goes. All right. I tried to do, before we do the roof, I tried to get the interior kind of set up a little bit, so that's what we're going to keep focusing on here. Going to toolkit items, let's go ahead and get some panel pieces here. So we want to do kind of some, most rides always have like a double dispatch pieces, so you go in there, and then I like to usually find one of these cable pieces, make it look like it has like stuff going into the ground here. Do one or two. We'll do two in this one. And then you can put a staff member here. Ready to operate it. All right, let's go ahead and recolor him here a little bit. We're going to give him that. This is his pants, so we'll give him some dark gray pants. And what is this? This is hair. Dark hair. And we'll give him a little, change his skin tone a little bit too. Yeah. Trying to make it look a little more natural, but there we go. You look nice. Nice. I'll put another animated staff. Should we put down here maybe? Yeah, we'll put him down here. And we'll change him up a little bit. Brown hair. That way they don't look like the exact same person. Alright, and then the operator here, also going to give the same uniforms. Want to make sure they're wearing the same stuff. They're all going to match their rides, you could say. Alright, let's go ahead and do some storage boxes here, storage bins. We're also going to recolor as well. Yeah, I like using these storage bins, and we're going to do 3 of them because we have 3 trains. Perfect. Perfection. All right. The dock's looking pretty good. We could probably start looking at doing our roof now for the station. I think we're going to do a metal roof, or a tin roof, so we're going to do, so technically we got to do a custom roof. I usually just use the wooden pieces here as a base, so I can do the actual ones. On, so starting from there, going here. This piece will go all the way there. And then we can actually do, let's go ahead and change our grid size, do a half piece to match up here. Perfect. And then we'll have like just a half section right there for the for that little bit of queue, just to keep it with that little bit of character and everything like that. So if we go to toolkit items, there's a nice toolkit item. It's a metal roof piece that you can use. I think it's called plated metal. Is it this one? That's one of them, but I actually think there's a better piece. I can't remember if it's this piece. This piece would work, but is it this one? I don't think it's this one. I mean, it works, but let me type roof, because I think it's a roof piece. No. Maybe it's called tin roof. It's definitely a roof piece. Oh gosh, what is it called? Oh, here it is. Roof panel. This one is really nice. I've been using this quite a bit, so. So we can have it hang off a little bit right there. Then what we can do, we can copy it around like so and line it up. Line it right up. I'm actually gonna have to. Okay, we actually gotta do it manually on this side too, because it's not gonna line up, because we have to have it. It honestly doesn't really matter, but it's probably gonna bug me if I don't line up the pieces together. So we'll just do it manually real quick on this side too. And then start to copy down the line. And this is also recolorable too, so which is also nice. So for this piece, we're going to go ahead and do this. And then we're just going to have to go right here for that piece. Now I could leave the piece that the roof piece that I already have in there. I might actually do that just to add a layer there. And I think I'm going to put another piece in the place here. might use some wood for the inside. I don't know if I want to use this yet, though. It's kind of actually a floor piece. But we're just gonna use it and keep our roofs. Keep our roofs customized. And so this is gonna be a fully basically a full custom roof. Mostly consisting of ThemeMaker's Toolkit. So it's wooden on the inside here. Can we change the color of this from, oh, I'm not sure. We can try actually. Something I definitely should have done before I placed all of them, but it wouldn't be too hard to select everything here. Let's see if we are able to recolor these. Oh, they can be recolored. Sweet. I actually think we're gonna do like a blue on the inside. I think that'd be cool. I didn't know these could be recolored like that. That changes everything. Not really. I mean, it's really cool though that we can actually do that. Okay, very, very nice. And now it's time to do some more touches on this. And determine what we're going to do here. So let's go ahead and go to here. And we'll put this on top. Let it hang over a bit. Because we're just going to use it as, it's going to be kind of like our outline piece. Also cover up the top piece here. Also use it for here. Bum, ba, da, da, da. Go ahead and start over here because it's a little simpler. But basically, we're going to do this. And rotate it around. We'll go ahead and copy this to this side over here. I'm going very much more in depth than I usually would with this. It's exciting. Okay, we need to do that little bit on that side, which could potentially cause an issue here, but I'm not sure just yet. We're about to find out. Trying to get that piece selected. It's hard to select it. Oh boy. I had to. Nope. Alright, I'll delete that lower one. Because we just want to select this, and we're going to select the shorter piece, which That's what we're going to need for here, because we need to not go any further than right here. Okay, so now we can officially start creating the skeleton for the roof. And we're going to start with this one. We're going to use a darker piece, but it's not going to work right away because it does that sometimes. Actually, would it just probably be easier to do this and go whoop? Perfect. So the top piece is that, and then this is going to be our actual start to our skeletal piece for the station, which I think we're going to start up here because we don't want it too low. And that's just going to be technically a piece that hangs over. We're going complex. Kind of. There's a lot going on here. See if we can go without actually adding a piece there. Put a piece in the middle here. Brilliant. Another piece right there. Another piece right there. It's hard to see the top piece. Remember, we don't have any pieces smaller than this for that, so we got to be careful with that a little bit. Then we'll go right there. And then we're going to find our 2 by whatever pieces we're going to go 2 by 6 maybe. Go right here maybe. And these are just going to be kind of like extra support. I'll go on either side. This is doing a lot of thought into this one. A lot of thought into this one. Everyone says my stations turn out the same. That's one of the criticisms I get a lot. So I'm really, really trying to put an effort in to make that not the same, you know? I mean, they all have similar processes, of course, but I don't think there's any denying that that's going to happen, because it's going to happen. Alright, now we gotta select this. Deselect everything we don't wanna move. We don't want the top layer here. That's just for that. We need to deselect that, and I think that's where we need. So let's go ahead and copy this over, and we can put it on the other side over here, and then we'll do that separately, customize that separately. And then the tricky part is spacing these out properly. So I like to gotta eyeball it since we're customed here. So we gotta, what we're gonna do is try and shoot for the middle here. Very center. It's hard to tell. I think we need to go, I think the exit is centered in the station, so we might try and use that as a guide here. Right about there maybe. As long as it's close, it doesn't have to be perfect to the eye. Or it has to be just close enough to where you're not going to notice it just by looking at it, you know. You'd have to very well look a little harder. Be very careful as we place each and every one in between. I think we're going to do one more in between each one after we get this one here. And that should be enough. Right there, right here, right here, right there, right there, right there, right there, right here, and one more. Right up there. And voila! Oh wow, we might have been able to get away with less than that, but it actually looks like too many. Let's see. Let's get rid of the last ones. We might just, yeah, let's roll with this. This looks a lot better. We don't need as many as we initially had there, so. All right. Looking different though. Like I think this has turned out different enough from a lot of my other stations. I think we did a pretty good job on this one. I'm happy with it. It's pretty low right here on the ends, but that's all right. Just trying to give it a different feel and style than what we had before, so. Pretty nice little station, I would say. Pretty happy with it. What happened here? Why is this missing a piece? What happened there? Don't know what happened here. But we're gonna fix it. Fix this real quick. There we go. Alright, everything's looking pretty solid station-wise. Now, obviously we have to have some sort of supports or something so our roof's not just levitating. But first, let's go ahead and take care of this. Goes right there. This will go right here. Still don't know exactly how this is gonna play out, but probably do need to put some sort of support, at least right here though. It goes down all the way. And this will come across here. And probably use this in between there. Go ahead and extend this further. And then we'll also have another support piece on top right here. Using it for those. And we probably should put one more for good measure. We're going to select everything here, if it will allow us. Also need another vertical beam for it right here, in between, sandwiched between those two. There we go. And that will be that. This piece still doesn't have this. So let's go ahead and put this in here. The lighter gray. All right. I think the roof is looking pretty good now. We just need to figure out how we're going to support the thing. And the answer to that is probably just going to be a lot of these beams. And I'll just have going all the way down like this, which are going to connect in a few areas that we can put them in. Here we'll do every other support piece. Every other one. For there, also have one here, and one right here, one right here, one at the end here. And we're going to line them up also up with the fencing here. Sweet. Some sort of support structure now. But, if we're going to be honest, we probably need to put some on the outside as well for maximum support. Is this structurally sound? Sure. Why not? I'd like to say yes. But I'm no engineer. I'm no engineer or handyman or whatever you want to call it. I'm none of those. So I'll just believe that it's structurally sound. Here we go. Hey, it looks pretty good. I'd believe that it's all holding up pretty well. What do you guys think? Pretty happy with how this turned out, though. I'm pretty happy with it. Okay, so now I'm gonna put some of those fans in there. How do you like putting the fans in here? Go 2 by maybe like a... Let's try to go down here and then go from there. If this is too much, let's go 2 by 10 actually. Probably be the best bet. That's 4 meter. Let's go. We need 3. We're gonna do 3 meter. Type fan. Not that one. Not that one either. That one looks weird. And it's not that one. It's this one. This is my favorite one that I use the most, more often than not. So, see how low that sits. Center it up here. And, you know, we're going to recolor it to match. And we need a light bulb. We're going to add a little light bulb in there. All right, and then we're going to copy all this so we can place it in the next spot, which of course it's going to slide away on us to a different spot. Basically, we're going to do every other beam. Then we're going to copy all this, select them all. and reuse them everywhere else. Right over the queue, right over the gates. It's a good spot. I don't know if we'll put them all the way over here, but maybe by the exit. That way it's nice and cooled in there. And then we'll get some lights. Lights, camera, action. And if we set it to nighttime, we'll have some hidden lights in here. Is that light enough? Go a little lighter. Try and select all three of them at the same time. Do one more here. There we go. Now the station's lit. Looks really nice right there. Okay, so now we have our station pretty much complete. Which actually took a lot longer than I was expecting. But it turned out pretty good. I'm pretty hype about it. Now it's time to do something I was excited for here, and that was this fencing areas to where you can actually see what's going on with the ride. So you can it's gonna have a nice viewing area for the ride itself. We're gonna use a concrete pattern here. Make it dark gray. Put in our fencing. This is gonna go line up all the way down here. Doesn't stay perfect, so we gotta watch out for that. Alright, we'll go to about right there for now. And let's continue. Move our perimeter fence just a little bit here. I love how everything is going to be pretty compact too. That's what I like about this park so far, is I'm packing everything together pretty close, which I think is a pretty nice touch. So like, look how close these rides are. Like, we've already got, like, I think close to 10 rides, if not already over 10 rides. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This will be 8, so close to 10 rides. All packed into this little area, so. And 3 of them are coasters, so. And we could actually fit more in there if we really wanted to. Which is also pretty cool, so. not be able to put that there, unfortunately, but we might be able to use a path cover to fill that spot in just slightly. Let's go ahead and have the ride test. So it's running at least. We're gonna let it run. I just thought, like, it'd be pretty cool if this was a spinning coaster. I feel like it'd be a good, pretty solid layout for a spinning coaster as well. Like, how cool would that be? Let's get our storage bays set here. I think we'll just use regular pieces just for this one. Wow, like I said, I felt like there may have been a chance I could finish this within this episode, but like already, not looking that way. We'll probably do it at least one more episode because I know we'll still have to do queue line and everything, and that could take a minute. So, but it all just kind of it always depends. But so gotta figure out how this queue line's gonna get over here. We're gonna wrap it around. Might even do a little. In fact, we'll go ahead and do some. I like to do the small one. Because I always feel like it's a little bit more accurate. Overall, to what real queue lines do. So we get up and personal with the ride a little bit, which will be cool. You can get a cool view of the second launch, that inclined launch there. All right, we're gonna have to go all the way this way to get over and around. And then we can have some switchbacks working in over here. This is where our switchbacks are going to be, basically, for this ride. We can do a priority queue too, so we can probably have one come around out here and then connect up here somewhere. We can do some rearranging if we absolutely need to, but it's like this is going to line up pretty good for us. So if we go over here, and now we're going to start heading to where the entrance is going to be, which is right up here. All right, and then we'll deselect grid, make our path width one more higher for the entrance, and that's where the entrance will connect. That's going to be our queue line, And that still leaves us enough for a path to come around here, because again, I do want to connect everything together. We're going to have a path connect here, but I also think it would be nice to have maybe a path come around here, because obviously we want to be able to expand around the entire park, so around the entire ride, so because this ride will be eventually sandwiched in, I think, so that'd be pretty cool. But we have a queue line, and let's get a path for a priority pass. Enable priority pass, connect entrance to path. I need to make the entrances and exits first. Why are we on pathos? That's probably my issue. YouTube. Oh, I think I have to connect it with a regular path first before it allows me. I have to do this first. Always gotta be difficult. Gotta connect this to the regular path first. I hate how it keeps trying to automatically connect there. Like, bruh, I'm not doing that right now. That's not what we're doing. Okay, there we go. Now we should be able to do the priority pass. Place priority pass entrance. It's very touchy sometimes of where it will allow you to place these things, but I'm also running into an autosave at the same time, so that's probably doesn't help our case either, so. So we'll have to wait on it. Come on, come on, come on. Let's go. There we go. Alright. So we can probably just go straight ahead here. And then exit. We'll go over here. And we might rearrange some paths over here. Maybe. Because I would like it to come around to the side here and then come back this way. But we might, to do that, we might have to delete some paths. Unless I created another stairway here, which I don't really want to do. See, can I place it right here? I can. Sweet. But doing this, we might have to shorten this piece up just by one or so. Maybe one more. Sure I don't have any issues doing this. I'm gonna do this. And now we're gonna go all the way over here. Let's stay there. That support will stay there. It's a very long priority pass queue, okay. Very long. We gotta get it over there somehow. Okay, now that will connect there. Brilliant. That actually fit in there pretty well, I might add. I must say. That's some queue lines there that are pretty confusing. At least it will be at some point. All right. Come together, come together. Now I could use probably use the same type of queue, or just like your normal queue line fencing, because it works the best. And then when creating my template here, I always like to have a person nearby so I can see, so we can just see how tall it is. It needs to be. You always try to go about waist level, waist height or so. Trying to figure out why this is not straight. Well, maybe it actually is, but it's obviously not going to be not lined up with with that. Hope I set the priority pass up correctly. Okay, it's just this. That's not straight, is it? Okay, well that's the height we need it at, so there. And then typically the length of this will be how I judge. And then I'll put 3 different ones in there, and then one in the middle. And then that's my queue. It's my queue rails right there. And now we can kind of get started. We're going to do these. So if I do end up doing a path cover, I'm going to do it later. Because you want to be able to see where your fencing goes. Cover them up, it can be a little bit difficult to figure that out. So see how far we get into this. My goal for this episode, at least maybe get the railings done. So I don't have to worry about that. Because nobody wants to have to deal with the railings more than they need to. The fencing. Because it is one of the more tedious parts about queue lines if you're trying to do these kind of queue lines. Or if you're trying to do custom fencing on queues, so. Which I always try to do, mostly because it just adds to it, you know. Just makes your queues look a little nicer. Yeah, well, let's try and do 2 at once. Moving faster. Get this long stretch taken care of real quick. Sometimes you can just do a whole little switcheroo here, and then you can do that. And when you get far enough, you can also just copy and paste. as well. What did happen? What happened there? I don't know what happened there, but we're just gonna delete it. Something didn't get selected. That's my only explanation there. Should be about good there, and then we'll just extend these rails. Sometimes that's the best thing to do. Just extend them. Usually with queue lines like this, I just keep going around until all of them are basically done. This won't take too long because we can do a lot of copying and pasting. It looks pretty intimidating, but like once you do two different ones, actually really one, and you just adjust where it's at, it's actually really easy. In fact, we'll go ahead and take care of it now. Try and line this pole up with this pole. And we're going to go ahead and get this one taken care of, like so. And now we can just copy this in these spots. Every other one, like so. And then we can do the other ones. We just gotta move them over a little bit. And then we can just copy these to these spots. And then that takes care of that. Ta-da! And then while I'm over here, I'm literally just gonna use this to get this over here done too. We need to get it done as well. Okay. See, it's easy, really easy to just fix these by doing this. All right, well, that's looking good. Now I'm just gonna take a good chunk of these right here, go this way, and that way we can get this side going. Wow. Did like the perfect size too. That's crazy. Crazy, man. This one just down like that. Boom. All right. So literally all you got to do for queue lines is a lot of this. A lot of this. Until you're pretty much done. Eh. lot of those switchbacks. We got one little piece here that we need to connect. That's fine right there. We're getting there. I'm so confused what happened there. It's fine. We fixed it. We'll get it figured out, for sure. We always do. I like this coaster. I don't know why I like it so much, but I think I did a really cool job with it. Really good. Pretty good. Pretty good, really good. Alright, this will be fun. So we're gonna do something like this, just to get around the support. Right there. A little further. There we go. Something satisfying when you do finish up queue lines, though. It is pretty satisfying. I will put that out there. Satisfying once you get all these done. Okay, so go here. I have some up close and personal right with the track itself. Which is gonna give us a little bit of a challenge when it comes to like making a perimeter fence around the ride. So we gotta work around it now as well, so. And basically, we're just gonna do this. And each one will go until it's connected with that. Alright, we got that entire outside section done now. And now we just need to keep on going. Let's work a little bit on the inside, and then we can connect the dots. That's basically all we're doing. Connecting all the dots. This one will just extend. So. Alright, I think for this episode, we're going to go ahead and finish up these queue lines here. because we're already almost done, so it would make sense to stop right here. So we might as well finish them because we're pretty close. Pretty close. So after we do this outside, we just got to do the inside of this, and I think that's about it. Like these inside pieces, and then, of course, the exit, or the very start of the entrance as well. But at least we'll have all the railings done. I'm going to go ahead and just do this one section real quick because we're already in here. That's what we want. Lots of interaction with the trains. Lots and lots of interactions. Love how this low budget series has kind of turned more into a hey, let's build a really cool park now series, because we're almost to $200,000 now. We'll be hitting 1 million at some point, I'm sure. Because now I'm just kind of enjoying myself. I'm just kind of building some really nice stuff. You know, that's kind of where I've gone to at this point. See where that lines up the best. Actually, I might make this look a little different than what we did here. Instead of doing a diagonal piece, we're just gonna go I have to use shorter pieces for this to work. Looks like that's gonna be the case, but alright, let's head back to our queue. Pieces. Yes. So what we're gonna do is we're basically gonna replace it with this. The smaller queue rails, so we can get a precise little placement here. Or we can use a smaller piece here to line this up perfectly without going over. Alright, there we go. That's basically what I wanted to do different for that, so. And I'm going to do one more support piece right there. That way we can transition into the final part of the queue, which uses these fences instead, so. Okay, we just got a few inside pieces to do here, and then we'll call it good for now. Starting back here. And then when we come back in the next episode, we're going to do all our final touches for everything. That will be the plan. Okay, so we'll go right about there. You just got to fill in that one small spot there after we go down here. And then we have this one little area right here, I think, and then I think that's it. If I'm correct. Which I could be horribly, horribly wrong. That happens sometimes too. More often than you think. That will work for there. And now we just follow here. Also, make sure we go through and make sure we didn't miss a spot. We don't want to miss any spots. Head all the way down here. And then make this turn. We'll head down here, and I think this is it. Last few pieces. Finishing. Yeah. Look at that, just like a glove. Alright, I think we're good. I think that's the main parts there. We just have a tiny bit of section at the very entrance. And then we'll be good. And we'll be good to go. Hooray. Alright, and that's your priority pass. Let's just go ahead and get this lined up. This is going to be kind of interesting. Because it's not the same angle. So we got to go a little bit awkward here. But no one will ever notice unless you're watching this spot right now. And you might notice, but no one else will ever notice. What we're gonna do is that, and then I'm just gonna take this, shorten it up, and boom. All good. See if I can slightly copy this over here a little bit. Yeah, this will be easy. We can just do this. That will shape things up. All right, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. All right, so that's going to do it for that. We did a lot. Look at this. Look how much we did today. I think that's pretty good. When we come back, we'll have to come down. We're going to go around and do some finishing touches in the queue, obviously. We got to do, we're probably going to do some path covers of some sorts, and then whatever stuff we need to do there. And then, of course, we need to create a little bit of a perimeter fence, I think, around the ride. And then just finish up the pathing and stuff, because we'll connect these, and then we'll do some nice pathing stuff, give the ride a nice entrance, and we'll be basically done at that point. So basically, I'm just going to, the last episode is going to be just pure decorating and stuff, and getting everything looking nice for this area and connecting these together. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe for more amazing content like this. And I'll catch you guys in the next live stream episode, whatever you watch next, you know. But have a great day and a cool tomorrow, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks, and goodbye.